Zendaya, Tom, and son Zendaya and Tom Holland were photographed shopping at Nordstrom in LA. These photos are undated, but presumably this is quite recent since Zendaya just wrapped on the drama in Boston this weekend and has now returned home for the holidays. And some holiday shopping. But enough about them because they are not the main characters in this story. The main character, obviously, is Noon, their son. And I say son because that's what she calls him, her son. Noon travels everywhere with Zendaya and her assistant Darnell and/or Tom. He is well known and beloved in her fandom. He even has his own IG fan account with almost 40k followers, and he was most recently featured in one of Z's Vanity Fair vignettes. Look at him, he is so f***ing cute, sitting there and not fidgeting or pushing to jump off, unlike my two hooligans who only know how to ruin a shot at the last minute. As Z said in that video, Noon loves her mom, Darnell, and Tom more than her, lol. And indeed he was with Tom a lot in London this summer, seen arriving with him to the theater when he was doing Romeo and Juliet. Noon not even sparing a look at the fans waiting by the entrance. No eye contact whatsoever. A true CNT who withholds reciprocation, hurrying Tom inside so he could get on the most comfortable lounger in Tom's dressing room for a nap. I wonder how his separation anxiety is. Because while I know nothing about their private lives, I can tell you with absolute certainty that Noon is never alone. Noon doesn't have to stay home by himself when Zendaya and Tom go golfing or if they're working at a premiere. Noon goes to the theater, to set, and to the mall. And these mall photos highlight the only downside of a black miniature schnauzer. It's not even really a downside, it's just a reality. I know this because Yasit grew up with schnauzers and his most recent family dog was a black standard schnauzer, a real muffin called Kuba, handsome and stately. But difficult to photograph because in photographs, unless you professionally light the SHT out of the room, you can't really see their features, their goofy expressions, their silly eyebrows, their expressive beards. That's why these pap shots of Noon aren't the best, because it's hard to make out his face, and whether or not he was impatient with all the shoe shopping and trying to angle them towards the food court. Still, even without those details, he's a very good boy behaving himself at the department store. Some of us have never taken our dogs to the department store because, well, they're good boys but not that good.